So my first question, I actually listened to your talk as well inside, and you mentioned this line which sought out to me, where you said, "Without challenge, facts are useless." Right? And this is a thing which people don't talk about much in research these days. So could you elaborate more on what exactly does that mean, and what do you truly believe in terms of that?
See, the root cause of the problem is that we teach students science as if it's a body of confirmed knowledge which just has to be accepted. Science is not a body of knowledge. Science is a process of discovering something. So if you teach science as a process of discovering, then immediately students will say, maybe this is not right, maybe I'll discover something if I know. But if you brainwash them into saying, accept what's in the textbook and then maybe find something new, then the student says, I need 20 more years to understand what is in the textbook, then only I can ask a question. That is the problem. So if you treat everything in the textbook as something that is work in progress, which can be questioned, then students can start doing research even in high school. Maybe they'll be wrong, maybe they'll prove the textbook right, but that's good. If they prove the textbook wrong, it's even better. So we should not tell students that you should accept what is in the textbook.
I think there's also a misconception in terms of research. You always have to be right. It's difficult, right? We choose problems and we think, okay, can we get the right answer out of it? So we don't realize there's benefit in not getting it right.
That's how we do the so-called practicals.
Okay.
We always complain that there's only theory, no practical.
Yes.
But the moment you have practicals, it's not wrong, you must get that 1.41. And then somehow or other you get 1.41. So I think that's not the way to do it. So we must teach science as if it's a process. The product is unimportant. It's a process. Whenever I give talks, I always start by saying the process is more important than the product. Scientists discuss only the product, so it sounds like magic. Whereas if you go through the process, and I always argue that process is more important. Why? Because the process will be of interest to many people. The product only to those people who are interested in my product. But the process is common, but we don't discuss process. And so it sounds like magic. It creates a barrier between scientists and public, barrier between student and teacher, because this is, on a pedestal. I know this and I tell you, and you are supposed to learn. And even those who are doing research, we tell them, wait, study everything, know everything that is known, then you can do research. This is wrong. You can start doing research in first hand. And those kids are best. We are all born with a great deal of curiosity. The function of the education system is to kill that curiosity. That's what is happening. That's the problem.
We agree with that. Moving on to what you meant about communication, right? What a very difficult aspect is, how do we explain the things that we do as researchers to people who do not know anything about that subject itself, right? You cannot go talk to them about the heart and get very specific about it because people will not understand it. So you have to break it down and explain to them. Or even when it is with your research as well. Here the conference is different. Everybody understands what you're saying. But how would you go to a layperson and you have to explain to them? So you could probably also explain a little bit about the importance of communicating in 2 points.
2 points. First is that it's only when you can explain your research to the first person you meet on the street, you have understood it. As long as you can't, at least you haven't understood. That's point one. Point two is what scientists do is when they write or talk to other scientists, they assume too much background, which is usually not there. And when they write for the public, they assume zero intelligence, which is also false. This is the problem. We have too much intelligence here and too little here. Intelligence is the same everywhere. And if you keep these two things in mind, that you haven't understood till you're able to explain to the first man you know, okay? So I think I have to improve my understanding. Second thing is, don't assume too much knowledge or intelligence for the specialist and too little for the layman. Then things will be much